Good day, everyone. So we will be having another topic for our subject, tourism and hospitality marketing. So our discussion today is all about digital marketing in tourism and hospitality marketing. So for the learning objectives, first, explain the role of digital marketing in tourism and hospitality. Describe how social media influences traveler behavior, discuss the importance of the internet and the World Wide Web in the tourism promotion, identify the components of an effective digital marketing campaign, and design a simple digital marketing strategy for a tourism or hospitality business. So moving forward, first let's define digital marketing. So based on its definition, it's all about or it refers to the promotion of products and services using digital channels such as the internet, social media, mobile devices, and search engines. So in short, when we say digital marketing, it means that we are promoting our products or services using the internet and electronic devices. So for example, smartphones, tablets, and computers. So, when it comes to digital marketing, instead of using posters, flyers, or TV advertisements, different businesses, whether locally or globally, is using or are using Facebook, Instagram, website, YouTube, email, and other search engines such as Google to reach customers. So that's what we call digital marketing. Next is social media. So when we say social media, I believe we are all familiar with the word social media. So it refers to online platforms that allow users to create, share, and interact with content and communities. So in short, when we say social media, people or different potential customers used to chat with friends, share the experiences, watch content. Sometimes we also follow celebrities and discover new places, products, or services. And you have to always to remember that businesses use social media to promote their products, answer customer questions, and attract more customers. So in short, as the definition says, social media is where people connect, share, and interact online. Now, what are the common social media platforms in tourism? So you have to know that social media platforms are very important because travelers use them to discover places, plan trips, and decide where to go. So what are those common social media that we are using when it comes to tourism? So the first one we have Facebook. So in Facebook, we commonly use this for promotions, customer reviews, engagements. Okay. Next, we also have Instagram, which we post different destination photos, our reels. We do influencer marketing. We also have TikTok. So when you want to watch short form travel, videos, trends, and storytelling. And last but not the least, we have YouTube, where we can see different travel blogs, hotel tours, and destination guides. Okay. Next is what are the importance of social media in tourism and hospitality? So why do we need to use social media when it comes to promoting our products and services in the tourism and hospitality sector? So the first one, because it influence travel decisions. We always need to take in consideration that social media strongly affects where people choose to travel before we book, okay, our products and services, travelers often look at photos, videos, reviews, and recommendations online. And kapag nakakakita tayo ng mga magagandang destination, mga positive experiences, or mga trending places, mas nai-inspire tayo na magpunta or mag-avail ng product or ng services na yon. And sometimes nga, 'di ba? isang viral post lang, nagiging popular na ang isang place or ang isang destination or even ang isang product. That's why social media really influences our travel decisions. Next is it also builds brand awareness. So lagi nating tatandaan that regular posting helps people recognize and remember our business. So for example, kapag ang mga hotels, airlines, resorts, or even restaurants, they are always sharing, updating, posting their promotions or any related activities inside their establishment, okay, people become aware of their services. Okay? Kahit nga hindi natin pinaplanong mag-travel or mag-avail ng products or services na yon. Pero kapag na-remember natin or naalala natin yung brand na yon, okay, in the future, so meron tayong potential na i-avail yung certain products and services na yon. Kasi nga, social media really builds brand awareness to people. Next is it encourages user-generated content. So ano bang ibig sabihin pag sinabi nating user-generated content? So it means or it refers to a post made by customer themselves. Kapag yung mga tourists ay palaging nag-share ng kanilang photos, ng kanilang videos, or ng kanilang reviews and even experiences online, then it creates an instant promotion for a certain products and services. And lalo na kapag 'di ba nag-my day tayo or nagpo-post tayo sa Instagram natin tapos tinatag natin yung location, okay? Then on that action, we already promoting the business to our friends and to our followers. And take note that this promotion or this type of promotion is very powerful because people trust real experiences more than advertisements. Next, it enables real-time communication with guests. So, social media allows instant communication. Different customers can ask about prices, availability, directions, or services through messages or comments. And as we discussed in a previous lesson, if the business can respond quickly, provide assistance, and solve problems as fast as they can, then it will improve customer satisfaction. And if the customer is satisfied, then there is a higher potential that they will avail the product again and again. Okay. Next, it also supports online reputation management because reviews and feedback online can affect our business or operations image. Okay? If we posted positive reviews, it will build trust, okay, to our brands by our customer. While or if on another hand, negative comments can discourage potential customers. Okay? So that's why social media allows businesses to respond politely. We have to apologize when needed, and we have to show that they care or that we care about the customer concerns, because if these actions is disseminated effectively and efficiently, it will maintain the good reputation of the image of the brand or the business. Okay, so those are the importance of social media. And now let's move on to social media marketing strategies. Tourism and hospitality businesses use different strategies on social media to attract customers and promote their services effectively. So, the first strategy that you have to remember is you always have to post high quality photos and videos. Why? Because if we have beautiful and clear photos or videos, it will catch people's attention. So for example, hotels, resorts, and destinations post their uh, rooms, the food, the scenery, the amenities, and the activities, okay, to make the place look attractive. Then, these good visuals help travelers imagine their experience and encourage them to visit. Okay, so imagine, ang ganda ng mga photos and ang ganda ng mga videos, 'di ba? Yung mga nakikita natin sa Instagram or sa online social media pages, na-entice tayo na pumunta or mag-avail ng products and services. While on the other hand, if the photos and videos na nakikita natin na online is sobrang labo, 'di ba? Pangit yung mga pictures, yung mga videos, yung mga angles, yung colors, 'di ba? Kaya nga ine-enhance para mas ma-entice tayo. Okay? Naaagaw yung attention natin. But if the images and the videos are at the lowest quality, then hindi natin siya pinapansin or ini-ignore lang natin siya most of the time. Okay? Next, another strategy that you can do in order for you to promote your brand or your businesses digitally is you have to collaborate with travel influencers or media users. Okay? So, influencers are really popular nowadays. Okay? Especially in TikTok, there are a lot of influencers that are open for collaborations. And these influencers uh, is being invited or are being invited by the different tourism and hospitality businesses to try their products, to dine in, to visit the hotel, okay? In exchange for promotion, 'di ba? In exchange of the products and services that they will give, okay, this influencer will promote their products and services. Okay? Bakit tayo kumukuha ng mga travel influencers? Okay, in order for them to share their experiences to their followers. Okay, so that their followers will become interested as well to avail that products and services. However, 'di ba sometimes or most of the times may mga downside ang pakikipag-collab natin sa mga travel influencer or sa mga influencer itself. Kasi minsan dahil nga ex-deal siya or sponsored, kahit hindi maganda yung place or hindi maganda yung outcome or yung usage ng products and services, minsan pinapaganda or nagkakaroon ng false hope kasi nga ex-deal or sponsored. Okay, that's why we have to make sure or scrutinize kung kanino tayo dapat makipag-partner. Okay? Next is some of the businesses or brand runs contests and giveaways. Okay, so businesses online, they organize contests where people can win prizes such as free stays, discounts, or travel packages. And this encourages users to like, share, or tag friends, which increase visibility and engagement. Kasi 'di ba, if users or if customers are engaging with your post, okay, with your videos, with your photos, and they will share it to their thousands of followers, millions of followers, friends, then mas lalawak yung reach ng brands or ng products or ng services. And the more na mas malawak yung brands or yung reach ng products and services, then the more na may high potential of purchasing of that products and services. Next, using hashtags and geotags. So we already discussed it as well. So hashtags help posts reach more people who are searching for similar content. Kasi when you click that hashtag, lahat ng same content na gusto mo, alam mo, you search, you do hashtag coffee shop in Cebu. So pag kinlik mo yung hashtag na yon, lalabas na yung mga photos, yung mga videos related to coffee shop in Cebu. So, that's why gumagamit tayo ng hashtag. Katulad, same with geotags. Pag sinabi nating geotags, geographical tags, yung exact location kung saan yung lugar na pinuntahan mo or binilahan mo ng products and services na yun. Karaniwan ginagawa natin to kapag nagta-travel tayo. Buwan, nagpunta tayo ng Oriental Mindoro sa Puerto Galera. 'Di ba we tag search lang natin Puerto Galera Oriental Mindoro. Then we pin it on our photos and videos. That's what we call geotags. We pin or we post the exact location of the place or destinations that we went through or that we went in. And also, we have to respond to comments and messages promptly. Okay? Kailangan mabilis tayong mag-reply because quick replies show that the businesses is active and cares about their customers. Okay? Answering inquiries, thanking the guests, and addressing concerns helps build trust and improve customer satisfaction. Because if mabilis tayong mag-reply, 'di ba, people or customer will become engaged, 'di ba? Makakapag-decide agad sila, makakapag-compare agad sila, makakakita agad sila ng options, ng alternatives, and mapupush natin sila to buy our products and services right on the spot because we are available to answer all of their inquiries and questions. And we are also there to recommend perfect suggestion para dun sa mga gusto nilang i-avail na products and services. Next, the internet and the World Wide Web. Okay, so we have two, internet and World Wide Web. Most of the time, many people think that the internet and the World Wide Web are the same, but they are actually different from one another. So when we say internet, it is the global network of interconnected computers. So ibig sabihin, it is the infrastructure or the system that allows devices to communicate with each other. Okay? So the internet makes services like mails, online games, video calls, and website possible. In short, ito yung connections, okay? Para maka-access tayo sa different search engines such as Google, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, websites, so on and so forth. On the other hand, kapag sinabi naman nating World Wide Web, it is gain practical knowledge by working on live project during the course. So in short, kapag sinabi nating World Wide Web, it is one of the services that runs on the internet. Okay? It is the collection of, ito yung mga websites, mga web pages, okay, na ina-access natin using Google, Chrome, Safari, or Firefox. And when you open a website, you watch online photos, videos, you can search via Google using your web, so and so forth. So in short, para mas madalian kayo, yung internet, ito yung road system. Okay? Ito yung daanan. And yung WW or the World Wide Web, ito naman yung mga cars and destination dun sa roads. Okay? Para makatakbo yung cars or mapuntahan yung destination, kailangan merong roads or merong internet. Okay? Siya yung tumutulong para maging connected sila sa isa't isa. So that's the difference between internet and World Wide Web. And last but not the least, we have to understand that there are different components of an effective campaign. And effective campaign needs proper planning and the right strategies to achieve its goal. Businesses in the tourism and hospitality use this component to successfully promote their services. So una, we have clear objectives. Bago tayo maggawa ng campaign or ng promotional materials, kailangan nating maintindihan at alamin ano ba yung gusto nating i-achieve. Ano ba yung goal natin sa brand natin or sa mga products and services natin. And our objective should be SMART. Okay? Specific, measurable, attainable, okay, realistic, and time-bound. Okay? So for example, ito yung mga example ng clear objectives. Gagawa ka ng campaign or gagawa ka ng promotional materials kasi gusto mong i-increase yung hotel bookings mo by 20%. Gusto mong i-promote yung bago mong ginawang tour package, or gusto mong i-improve yung brand visibility ng company mo. Okay? That's one, clear objectives. Next is market segment. Market segment, or in another term, uh, target audience identification. Meaning, businesses needs to understand sino ba yung potential customers natin or sino ba yung potential customers mo. Bakit? Kasi kailangan mo siyang alamin dahil makakatulong to paano mo i-create yung messages na gusto mong iparating doon sa iyong target customers. Kailangan alam mo yung needs and wants nila, yung interest nila. Okay? Kasi doon ka magbe-base paano ka magpo-promote. So, na-discuss na natin 'to, 'di ba? Ano yung mga different type of market segment? We have demographic, geographic, psychographic, technographic, behavioral, psychographic. So, those are the market segment. Next is compelling content. What do we mean when we say compelling content? Meaning, it is your content that what people see online. It must be interesting and meaningful. Okay? Effective content should be first informative. Kailangan nagpo-provide siya ng useful details, yung makakatulong or makakapagbigay ng information sa yung potential customer or sa yung client. Another one is visually appealing. Dapat yung photos and videos na ipopost mo ay high resolution, hindi pixelated, hindi malabo. Okay? Or hindi naglo-loading. And it should be relevant. Kailangan connected siya sa gusto or sa preferences or sa needs ng customer mo or ng target market mo. And lastly, it should be emotionally engaging. Kailangan um, you make your people excited to purchase your products and services. Pagkakita pa lang dun sa videos mo or dun sa pinost mo sa social media na pinuntahan mong destination, kailangan ma-entice sila or ma-excite sila. Ay, gusto ko ring pumunta doon. Nakita ko yung picture, nakita ko yung video, sobrang ganda. Okay? That's what we call compelling content. Next, we have channel selection. What do we mean when we say channel selection? So, in a previous lesson, we discussed the distribution channel, meaning these are the platforms or the place where you will promote your products and services. Okay, so sa channel selection, you as a business owner or a businesses must choose saan mo i-share yung content mo. Anong platforms yung gagamitin mo. Okay? Because different platforms reach different audiences. Kaya dapat pag-isipan mo mabuti anong platforms or anong channel yung gagamitin mo. Okay? So these are some of the example of channel selection. You can use social media, website, email marketing, search engines, online advertisement. And last but not the least, budget planning. So budget planning is really important when it comes to have an effective campaign because marketing activities require money for advertisement, content production, and digital tools. And businesses or brands must decide how much to spend and how to use resources wisely to get the best results. Okay? Kailangan alamin mo kung magkano ba yung allocated budget mo sa pagpo-promote, okay, or pag-create ng campaign for your product. Okay? Because budget is really essential when it comes to your campaign. It will also help you whether your campaign will be successful or not. So, kailangan nating pag-isipang mabuti. And that's the end of our discussion. If you have questions, clarifications, any comments or suggestion, you may comment it at the comment box section so that I can address it or answer it. So that's it. Thank you very much for listening and see you on our next discussion.